All right, folks, it's about noon here on this Sunday, this somewhat chillier, crisp Sunday, which means it's bean time, which means it's soup and sandwich time. It's always nice on a crisper type day. I don't know, simple pleasures. All right, so what you're seeing here, which is a pretty oblong type roughed up area, and I'll explain why. This is the second patch, second stage sweet corn. So the reason for this ridiculous spade, I'm going to call this a spade shape. This big old wet little chili bowl right here, that's why. It doesn't take a whole lot of rain for this to get all sopping spongy wet. In fact, I'm a half a fool for probably even putting in the first 4 rows here, but what the hell, we're gonna give her a whirl. So this is my second little patch here of sweet corn. My first one, I would have to say, dwarfs this. Oh, yeah, I do. And then quite simply, yeah, I got some fence work to do here with the droop. That fence, that post at the end, the frost brought it up, and what are you gonna do? This is the original garden area. You know, growing up as family, and you know, I was a kid and everything else. we never really abided by the whole thing for vegetables. I mean, this is quite a bit of ground here. You know, there was also a bunch of pumpkins put in here, and you know, stuff like that. But this is all going into sweet corn as well. This is going to be the third patch right here. So the weather changed a little bit. If it stands true, I'm actually going to get this second stage sweet corn in per my calendar plan, and that's going to be Tuesday of this coming week. So quite naturally, I'm roughing it up now, which it needed it bad. I hit this thing twice. There's one game I can't stand playing. The shoulda, woulda, coulda game. I can't stand it. That just means that your plans from the beginning were piss poor. I'm all full of sorts of good information here today. If I'd had this do over again though, if we have to go that route, this would have been moldboarded. I took the easy way late last fall. Came in here with the, I roughed it up with the disc a couple times first, picked my lines, and then hit it with the cultivator. This should have been moldboard plowed. This has not, this ground right here has not been turned over for decades. It's always been just grassland, pasture land, which, whether it was for baling hay, or of course now it's a paddock. This is paddock number, we're actually in paddock number 1. Now I hated to cheapen up the grassland here for the cattle, but you got to try something. This is the only other property I was willing to till up for some more sweet corn. Basically, half this paddock is not accessible to the cattle now. We'll just see how it goes. It doesn't matter. I'm looking real forward to when the season's over and letting the cattle come in here and graze these corn stalks. I guess let's just call it a give and take ordeal. But yeah, weather pattern changed, and I see probably getting this sweet corn in Tuesday. So worked up pretty nice. I'm gonna bring the Ranger down here this evening. I got some stones to pick up and throw out of here. I don't think there's 10 or 15, but there's some stones in here nonetheless. And so I chose for a proper 2-week in between time staging of planting the sweet corn in 3 different plants. So that means that 2 weeks from this coming Tuesday, this patch here will be put in. But I tell you what, this grass growth is really taken over. I went ahead and decided to at least scarf it up a little bit right now, get that grass growth out of there. So that's where we stand. Yeah, you'd swear we're coming up on October here with this weather. After yesterday's 86, it was almost uncomfortable. Almost. Took some time out the other day to do some lawn maintenance and mowing. It was looking pretty ratty around here. Hey, you bulls. What are you thinking? You haven't got your grain yet here today, and I don't think they're too happy with me. They'll get it here in a little bit. Bulls are doing good. Little structure and condition I started them on a grain ration about a week and a half ago with a mineral tub. Yeah. So Wednesday of this coming week is their fertility test. So Wednesday morning is going to be a little bit of a ruckus. The setup isn't the greatest, but it's going to be good. It's going to be all right. They need to be trailered. I need to haul them about 2.5 miles from here, maybe 3. And they're going to go through a bull fertility test. Very wise to do. But speaking the obvious here. As you can see, the apple trees are in full bloom. In fact, they're on the decline now. They've lost a lot of their white. As you can see, with some wind and everything else, a lot of it's letting go. But yeah, the driveway's kind of lined with apple trees here. That's how I used to make a couple bucks when I was a kid. I used to bag them up and sell the apples as, you know, deer apples. And yeah, good times. Boy, life was simpler back then. Holy shit. But all's well. So anyway, it's bean time and I'm hungry. It's time for soup and sandwich. And then I'm going to get right back in the tractor and head down the road. And I need to disc up 2 patches, which totals, it's not much, folks. What happened was the property owner that I leased this ground from took out some fences. They got rid of the horses and all that other stuff. And I'm going to blend that area in that I roughed up with the chisel plow last fall. It's going to be blended into the hay ground. But I got my work cut out for me on that, because that I didn't do a very good job on that tillage last fall. That should have been moldboarded, but I didn't choose that route, and lesson learned. So anyway, we're going to talk to you sooner or later.